Good morning, Steve Wilson from up in my favorite spot on Liberty Cap. We've talked so much about this road that leads to this kind of desecration of the human body, and I don't think everybody wants to live in an old skin and a tired out liver and arteries that are all filled up. I'd like to talk to you probably about one of the most important aspects of health, and that's what sets this whole thing into play, and it's called sleep. I found that the vast majority of people don't sleep well. They don't get into a deep REM sleep, which is where your brain is cleaned from all the garbage you put into it in a daily. All of the things that happen to us in a daily, negative and positive, needs to be purged. In fact, as I think about that word, our whole body is designed to purge itself. When you put something in your mouth for food, your body begins to look at it to find out what nourishment it can glean from it, and then it begins to process it to get it out of your system. So therefore, think about that for just a minute. If you're putting in poor quality, highly processed foods, there's nothing into it, you just keep eating and you keep eating. Well, the industry has shown that that is a profitable thing to them because they load it with sugar. Now, we've got that sugar issue going, and I think that most people realize that we're overweight, we don't have a lot of patience, and we're looking at a future that down at the end of this thing, there is a host of issues that we need to deal with. Now, but I want to start first with this thing called sleep, and the things that people do to put themselves to bed, to sleep. Frequently, they leave the television running in the bedroom, or they sleep in front of the TV before it puts them away. And then there's always alcohol, drugs. There's always those issues, eating issues that are kind of soothing that hunger. So we get up and eat some, probably carbohydrates. And those are the things that dirty up the whole of the brain, and it carries on to the whole of the body. I just want to tell you that there's hope outside of such things as melatonin and Tylenol PM, those things that are chemicals, and ashwagandha, things of that nature. There is understanding that there are neurotransmitters that are made in the gut, principally about 90% of them, and they feed and nourish the brain from the gut. Imagine that, the second brain. And that's what we're going to address in showing you a very clever way of getting yourself into a deep REM sleep, and deeper than that, where the body can clean, the brain can clean. And people need to understand that that's what the whole of the body does, is it cleans and it repairs its body at night. And when you eat at the wrong time and the wrong things, you just gum the whole thing up. And then we compromise our immune system, and at the post part of that thing, there's just all of the diseases that are associated with the immune issue. Obesity, cancer now is being reflected in our eating habits. And then we get into the magic thing of what's taking place in the mouth. Gosh, we could go on and on and on. My approach to this is to show you how to go to sleep. Get 7 and 8 hours of good sleep, REM sleep, where it happens. We've developed a product that does exactly that, plus the ability to build and clean the rest of this, and clean the skin and make you look young again. So, if you will, Steve Wilson at thenefesh.com, 970-260-1740.